First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set 90 Wolf.
58 right there. Man, let's get in that hole. 58.
Throwing on first down. Jones. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Roquan Smith able to run him down for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Get it.
Now Jones. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for the Giants. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Switch it. Hey, lock it.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Jones. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 40-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
At the 39-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Better bring it. 18. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Let's
get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Set up. 70, Indy. Go. Check three. You go check.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to run now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. They keep it with Barkley on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Head logo. Go. We got to step it up. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, he's got his man. This is Tate. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. 18, Gator. 54. Get that ball.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. He completes it to Tate. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Down. 10-2 stop. 54. Check tight. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
It's just me and you. Switch. Hey, get it.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Got it. Right over there. Hey, Delta. 58, right there. Cut. 50. Yep. 58, come on. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, Charlie. Go 58's the money. Here we go. Now.
Jones now throwing on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On the set.
58 for Mike. Watch the slant.
Tighten up.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
On the ready.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now Saquon Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Play it, play it, play it, play it.
On first down, Gibson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Yeah, baby.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's another Bears first down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all those big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Blue draw quarter.
Kill.
Lock in. Hey, Haywood.
Mike 20.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. This is brought in by Gibson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Alert. Hey, Echo.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch Mike.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken short.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Second and 3. A short throw to Ingram, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it, baby.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out.
Lucky. Watch this.
Hard. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get him.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First down, a run with Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Trubisky will throw. His throw incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch this. 18. Bravo.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
First down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I got him. Hey, check. Hey, wahoo! Push him back. Push him back. Ready?
To throw again. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his man on the crossing route. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check right. Check right.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 38, Trubisky flushed out right. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
From the 27, Jones over the middle. He's got his tight end, Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Ready? 18 Gators.
Check back 21. Coming. That's us.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. This will be taken very short. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They try again with Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Gibson. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one 28 yards on the ground. They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Trubisky to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Giants 27, Bears 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel. And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play.
Well, we know the crowd is absolutely stunned by what we just saw there. Forget I'm stunned. I have to believe that you are as well. When they finally get their legs back under them, they'll head to the exits and